let's get to some other Jet-related topics. Tanky, you guys had a great interview with former Jet Kerry Rhodes on your guys' podcast the other day. Kerry Rhodes is predicting the Jets to win 9 or 10 games and make the playoffs. What was your reaction when Kerry Rhodes, with a straight face, was telling you that's what he expects from the New York Jets this year?
Well, listen, Kerry Rhodes doesn't lie, and he doesn't play any sort of homer card. So if Kerry says something, he believes it. I've known Kerry for a long time now. He genuinely believes the Jets are going to surprise the NFL world this year. He thinks over 5.5, which is their over-under win total, is too low. He thinks it's a shoo-in. They're going to go over 5.5 wins. He has them winning 9 or 10. He thinks they're going to be the sleeper surprise team of this upcoming season. He really does. And I was a little bit shocked because you don't really hear that from anybody. There's a few people out there that think that. He genuinely thinks that. So, hey, I hope so. That? I do not think that. I don't. But the reason I don't is I don't believe in the quarterback. And this weekend, I had some time to sort of reflect on where we're at with the quarterback. And I think that's the one position that's holding this team back. And I don't believe in Geno Smith. I have no reason to. Now, camp could change, but, being a quarterback's not just about how you deliver a football on the field. It's a lot of other things. It's how you get the offensive line set up. It's how you get your players motivated. You're the leader of the offense. You're the leader of the team in a lot of ways. People look up to you. Young guys are coming in there. Sadiq, Omar Cooper Jr., even Brees is young. They got a young team, man, overall. So I just don't think he exerts the kind of vibe that's needed. There's a reason Tom Brady was winning Super Bowls when he's 40 years old. I mean, you got to have more than just, all right, you deliver a nice football and you're not scared to throw the ball. Like that's fine. You're accurate, which he is.
He did put up good numbers in Seattle, though. So your thoughts on that?
Look at that Seattle team, man. They had DK Metcalf, they had Tyler Lockett, they had even Noah Fant had a good year that year. They had a good running game, good offensive line. But listen, I'm not hating on Geno in terms of him not being an average quarterback. I don't think here he's going to do the things that are required to win 9 or 10 games. But I do think we're a quarterback away. We posted something on uSTADIUM. Did you see that Ravens team? We posted that 2005 Ravens roster. They were stacked. They had a Madden thing like 2005 Ravens stacked. Ray Lewis, Chris McAllister, Jamal Lewis. I mean, like Ed Reed, the list goes, Peter Boulware, Jonathan Ogden, like the list goes on and on and on. They didn't make the playoffs. They went 9-7 because they had Kyle Bowler as their quarterback, and they had one of the best rosters you can put together. You're only going to go as far as your head coach and your quarterback really are going to take you. Now, with that said, I really like this roster. I just cannot wrap my head around really liking the quarterback or the head coach.
Well, the head coach to me is a bigger concern than the quarterback, but the quarterback's still a concern because he wasn't good with the Raiders. Now, I'll give Geno somewhat of a pass for the overall season he had with Vegas because Chip Kelly was a disaster. The O-line was the worst in the NFL. Pete Carroll's old and is way past his prime. Like, they were a mess. So I think the Jets are a way better team than what Geno was experiencing, but it's still a question mark. But Glenn is a huge question mark as well. It's not even just Geno.
Yeah, the other thing, Jake, with the other thing with us is this, right? Like, you look at Geno. Geno was in Seattle already for a couple years. He was there for 2 years before he was inserted as a starter. Our issue, and this goes for how we judge, coaches and players. Jake, we expect someone to come in their first year and strike lightning in a bottle. Sometimes you got to stay somewhere for a few years. You have to learn the system. Frank Reich's new. Geno Smith here is new. I mean, everything. I mean, you're playing against defenses and teams that they've been together for a while or a little bit, at least a few years. We have everyone coming in for 1 year, like Justin Fields last year. There was a world where Fields could have been interesting and done some cool things, and we would have won some football games. We saw week 1, we almost won. I mean, like, once preparation, though, kicks in and you have guys and coaches that have been together, man, for years, we're expecting Geno week 1 to go out and throw for 275 yards and a few touchdowns and win that game. he just got here. Sometimes you gotta let things marinate a little bit. That's our issue. I just don't know if they're going to be able to strike right away with Geno. I do think, listen, if Geno Smith came here 2 years ago and maybe sat behind Rodgers for a year or started over Rodgers, I think by year 3 or 4 of his time in New York, I think he'd put together a damn good season. We're just expecting someone to come in on a 1-year window and say, oh, make it happen, man, with a new OC, like just figure it out. This is a complicated league. You got coaches and players that have been on teams for multiple years,
Well, what do you expect from Geno then?
I mean, listen, man, I to be honest, I'll be completely frank. I don't know the kind of offense that Frank Reich's going to put together. I want Frank Reich to come out there and be uber aggressive, throw the ball down the field, throw it often, get these guys in space. Sadiq should get 50 targets this year. Garrett should get 130. Omar Cooper Jr. should get 75, 80 targets, get A.D. Mitchell involved, get Mason Taylor involved, get Brees out in space. I don't know if they're going to do that. They might come in, Frank Reich and Glenn, and say, oh, we're trying to win the traditional way. We're going to run the football on 1st and 2nd down. We're going to play a clock management game. I'm going to coach up a really sound defense. We're going to learn the fundamentals on defense, gap control, and we're going to win 13-10. I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea. If they do that, they're going to lose football games. The other way, they might still lose, but at least you're developing guys and you're making guys better. I don't know, Jake. Does anybody know? I don't know what kind of offense Frank Reich's going to run. I'm not going to pretend to. Carolina, he was calling plays a little bit, then he wasn't. In Philly, he called plays, then he wasn't. I mean, we don't really know the kind of offense he's going to run. But what I do want them to do, Jake, is throw the damn ball often and down the field. Let Geno throw 15 interceptions this year. Let him have a game where he throws 4 interceptions. We're going to kill him, but whatever. Get these guys the ball. Garrett Wilson, Omar Cooper Jr., A.D. Mitchell. We have talent. This team's not set up. And their offensive line, too. It's not like Olu and Tippmann and these guys are like some like road graders. No, they're good in pass pro, actually, especially Olu. Get these guys set and get them pass protecting. We saw last year. Did you ever feel like the O-line was a problem? No, it was a quarterback that was holding onto the ball too long.
That's why I think Geno could be successful if Frank Reich is not washed, because they have a good O-line. Geno can still stand in there, deliver the football. Garrett Wilson's back. I like what I've heard from A.D. Mitchell so far. I think the year 2 of Mason Taylor, Sadiq and Cooper are added to this team. Brees is still Brees. Like, there's no reason why this can't be a competent offense. I feel better about the Jet offense than I do the defense right now.
Easily, man. Jake, I'm not just saying this to say it because I don't do that, obviously, but, because I rip the Jets all the time. I love this offensive roster outside of quarterback. I swear, I love it. I love Garrett. I love Omar Cooper Jr. I love A.D. Mitchell. I love Sadiq and Taylor. I love the tackles. I was saying it last week. I loved Olu out of the draft more than Joe Alt. I had him above Joe Alt by a pinch, but I had him above him. I love Olu. He's like the Brickashaw Ferguson-ish. Armand Membu speaks for itself. All you do is have to say his name. I mean, Brees is great. I was a big Braylon Allen fan. What else do we want? I want a quarterback, but that's it. I mean, like, if this team can get a good system with the quarterback, they cannot be scared this year. That's what this comes down to. If Frank Reich is going to run a traditional ground and pound kind of offense because Glenn is telling him, hey, we're going to play sound fundamental football. We're going to be tougher than you. We're going to play good defense. We're not going to give up a lot of points. Don't take too many chances. We'll hold down the fort defensively. They're going to lose a lot of football games. They're going to win 4 or 5 games if they have that approach. I think they're going to have that approach. If you put a gun to my head, are they going to have one approach or the other? I do. I'm not like that's, set on them having that approach. It could be they don't, but we know what the Jets have been, and we have to be honest about it. And we know who Aaron Glenn is after a year, and we know Frank Reich's 64 years old, and Glenn's not that much younger than him. So let's just call a spade here. I don't think they're going to come out and just, let it fly, let it rip. I don't think they're going to do that. I really don't. I have no reason to. But I'm also not totally convinced that they won't do that. Like they could. I'm like maybe 60% there that they're going to play this like traditional kind of offense. If they do, Jake, they're going to lose a lot of football games. They don't have the horses and they don't have the roster is not constructed in a way that you're going to play that kind of game because they're going to not be great against the run still this year. We drafted someone who I love, David Bailey.
If they're not good against the run this year, that's a problem. Because look at the investments they made between Tavondre Sweat, Onyemata, Osai, Harrison Phillips still here. Like they need to be better against the run. They have to be. They get gas in the run. Your boy Bailey is not going to get any chances to rush the passer.
I just think, listen, man, I feel like we gotta take one or the other. You want both. What I mean by that is you want to be good getting to the quarterback, or you want to be good against the run. If you're both, you're a very good defense. You're in that top 10 range. If you're both. If I had to make a guess, I don't think they're going to be both. If we're just, playing, cards in general, right? Like I think they're going to be really good getting to the quarterback. I do. And I think Glenn actually can do some cool things and will in terms of blitz packages and stuff, which I would. Because, Jake, what they need defensively, I think, when you have guys like an Igbari, Onyemata, Osai specifically, Davis and Sherwood, DeMario, you can do a lot of things creatively with those guys, and you have this slew of defensive tackles that can rotate, and then you have these two, high speed, I call them, outside edge rushers. You got a Ferrari and a Lamborghini out there. Get to the damn quarterback. They're gonna Jake. I don't think they're gonna be as bad against the run as they were last year. But I also don't think they're going to be, like I was telling Ryan, I don't think they're going to be like really good against the run. But I'm fine with that. I'm okay if you're getting to the quarterback and you're, causing, you're forcing turnovers. Jake, forget about the 0 interceptions. We had 4 turnovers last year, 4 all year. We were talking to Kerry Rhodes. I was looking at his numbers. Kerry Rhodes in Arizona the year after the Jets, he had 8 himself. He had years where he had more. He had 5 with the Jets the year before himself. Forget the whole defense. You're talking strip sacks. You're talking linebackers getting, a fumble recovery. You're talking all interceptions. Kerry had more, I think, for more than half his season than the Jets had all last year. One player, a safety. I mean, it's mind-boggling.
Kerry Rhodes, Jets, playoffs. He believes. Let's hope he's right.
I hope he's right, man.
Let's hope he's right.
I'm sick to my stomach that watching the Yankees is bad enough these days.
Disgusting.
What the hell are they doing?
The summer swoon, baby. You know what sucks about it? Baseball's supposed to be a summer sport, and every year the Yankees are just garbage in the summer. And it's the only thing on right now. Thank God, I guess, for U.S. soccer. We'll be watching that later, baby.
Oh yeah.
Maybe at a uSTADIUM watch party that Frankie V might actually go to. His own watch party.
Yeah, we are having a watch party tonight at Magic Hour. If anyone's interested, check this out at uSTADIUM on Twitter. I think I'm gonna be there, Jake. I told you I have some stuff going on, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be there. The weather's gonna open up too, so all this rain is gonna go away, and it's not gonna be as hot as it's been, which is a good thing.
Thank God. Thank God.
Oh, man, it's been crazy, huh?
All right, Asmaniacs, listen up for a second. No matter what you're watching, whether it's New York sports or any game you didn't plan on caring about, there's no better way to stay locked in than with PrizePicks. It's daily fantasy made simple. You're just picking more or less on player projections. That's it. No complicated lineups, no nonsense. Just you versus the numbers. And here's why I love it. Even if it's a game you normally wouldn't care about, once you got a lineup going, you're locked in. Every play matters, every drive matters, every at-bat matters. I've been mixing sports too. Maybe a little football, throw in some baseball, maybe some basketball, and now you've got action across the board all night, and PrizePicks makes it even better with features like early cash outs if your picks are hitting, the ability to mix multiple sports in one lineup, and you can even see what other people are playing and tail their picks. So if you haven't tried it yet, what are you doing? Download the PrizePicks app right now. Use code HMA. That's HMA, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, it's HMA on PrizePicks. PrizePicks, where it always feels good to be right. Ladies and gentlemen, our first entry into the Garrett Wilson signed football raffle today comes from John J. Williams, who sent me a $10 Zelle. And guess what? That means he is in the Asmaniac raffle for 2.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Never let go of the rope. Garrett Wilson signed football, the prize on the show today. Make sure you enter for your chance to win. Brandon with a super chat. He cuts the line. If anyone could take us to the promised land, it's Gino.
I just feel like he's the guy that's going to lead us to the promised land.
From your lips to God's ears, Aaron, Glenn, and Brandon, thank you for the super chat. Candyman in the raffle for 2. Jet up, Frankie. Don't let go of the rope.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Aaron Glenn, Geno Smith, playoffs. That.
Man, listen, if that happens, I'll try to do a cartwheel on camera. How about them apples? Man, I mean, listen, crazier things have happened in the NFL. Crazier things have happened. But I kind of went down a list, and I went down the playoff list, Jake, last year. I mean, Jake, if you look at the teams that actually qualified for the playoffs, really, you can only point to maybe one team where you could say, or two, where their head coach wasn't, at like some premier sort of level, or some new sort of, idea guy like a Liam Cohen or Ben Johnson. And the only teams you could say are the Bills with Sean McDermott, but Sean McDermott was there for a while, and then the Panthers. But I like that guy in Carolina. So, but he's not some premier coach. But that's about it, man. If you this league, there's so many variables. There's just so many things going on game day and outside of game day in the locker room. Being a head coach is the toughest coaching job, I think, in sports. And the quarterback position is probably the toughest position to play in sports. So I think we'll get there. I do love all the pieces, though, around both of those things. It's just unfortunate that I don't have much confidence in either at this point. I don't know how you really can.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Sam Aiken in the house. He is in for 2.
Jet up. Let's go.
Thank you, Sam. Olu overall, question mark. Even Amaris Mims had a better back half of the season.
Amaris Mims is trash. I don't.
Frankie
don't,
is
don't
rage baiting. Are you rage baiting?
I'm not rage baiting. I don't rage bait. Maybe I'm rage baiting. What I'm saying rage baits you or baits you, but I'm not. No, I had Olu as my tackle 1 out of that draft, and I will stand by that. Let's see what Joe Alt does. Joe Alt gave up a lot of sacks his first year. I've argued with Nick about this at length. Joe Alt gave up a lot of sacks, and Joe Alt's playing right tackle. Remember, he's not playing left tackle. They have a better left tackle in Slater. So I'll give you my rankings. I had Olu above Alt, and I will stand by that today. Also, I will not. Alt got hurt also, which isn't his fault, but give me Olu. Again, Olu plays left tackle and doesn't give up sacks like Alt does. Alt plays right tackle. Yeah, is Alt better as a run blocker? Great, but I'd rather have a average to above average left tackle as a pass blocker than I would Joe Alt as a right tackle as more of a run blocking type. Alt did move to left when Slater went down, and then he went down. So listen, they're both really good at the end of the day. I don't think the Jets have an offense. By the way, I don't think, and it doesn't even matter. The Jets don't have an offensive line problem. Would we like a better center and left guard? Sure. But overall, this line's good. The line's not going to be the reason they're losing football games this year. It'll be other things, but not the line.
Zach Tendler. Thank you, Zach. He gifted a channel membership. He's the first to gift today on the show, so he's in for 1.
Play call is my superpower, really.
If you hear your name, Zach made you a channel member. Arctic Qdom. You are now in Abs Maniac. So appreciate you and Zach for watching the show. Today's Jake Asman Show is presented by my friends at PrizePicks. Big soccer day here in the U.S. Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal taking on Spain. I like Ronaldo to have at least 2 total shots on goal today. So I'm going more on 1.5. And Ladies and gentlemen, the thief of corruption was on the United States side for once. Florian Balogun is back. He used the old reverse card against his red card. I'm saying he's going to piss off the world and score a goal tonight because he's basically scored all our goals, it feels like, in this World Cup. So I will say Balogun scores tonight for the United States against Belgium. These two plays are a 2-pick power play over at PrizePicks. $10 to potentially win $25. Make your own World Cup themed prize pick lineups, mix and match any sport. We've been talking about the future odds that PrizePicks already has for some of your favorite Jets players. So check it out. Use that code HMA. And if you put $5 in, you'll get $50 available. Use the link in my description. Again, 2-pick power play. Ronaldo, more than 2 shots. Balogun, who's playing, baby, will score a goal later.
Belgium's putting an appeal in, though, by the way.
Good luck with that.
Saw that. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, they're putting an appeal in. I was reading on Yahoo Sports. Belgium has been granted the right to appeal against FIFA's decision to suspend the 1-game ban. So has this ever happened before, by the way? I know
1962
is the last time someone got a red card and they allowed them to play the next game because they took it away. Yeah.
Before the
All
final.
right, what's happened before? Cry me a river.
Here's the big thing. There's no appeal process in FIFA, which is ridiculous. This should have been changed immediately. Like,
totally.
The officials on the field did not call a red card on Balogun. It was only when they used, split screen still shots in review, or VAR as they call it in FIFA, to determine it's a red, when Messi did the same thing. There's the same play of Messi doing it. They didn't even call anything then. So it was ridiculous from the beginning. It should have been changed immediately, but at the end of the day, Balogun should be eligible to play. I'm glad he is. Anyone upset about it, cry about it. I don't really care.
Same. Yeah. I mean, you got to take what you can get, man. I mean, sports is not always fair. And I feel like as a Jets, Knicks fan, Yankee fan, I feel like we've gotten the short end of the stick. Maybe not the Knicks anymore, which is crazy to say actually still, but I'll take what I can get. That's it. That's what being a fan is. It's happened before. If now I understand if it was the first time that it's ever happened. Now it was 1962, so it's a long time ago, but it's not like completely against the rules. Obviously, you're not going against the rule book, and that was a BS red card anyway. Like that, it wasn't like that was such a clear-cut red card that he shouldn't play. No, Belgium, play against the best. You should want to beat USA at their full force, not some BS red card that he got. That's the reason he's not playing. Like, what are fans mad about? Don't you want both teams at full strength? That's not a real red card.
Exactly.
Everyone agrees on that. Play at full strength. This is sports. Get over it.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.